Okay, welcome back in the SQL lecture. Today we'll discuss about SQL operators. What is the operators? Operators are the element we use inside an expression to articulate how the condition has to be performed. So based on that condition, we retrieve the data. So in operators, basically it is divided into the 5 groups. Group number 1, arithmetic, comparison, character, logical, and set operators. And these operators are very useful to write a queries, because when we write a query, always condition plays an important part, and in the condition these operators play most important parts. So operators are most important part in writing the queries. So first is called the arithmetic. I'm sure everybody know what the arithmetic operators are. Arithmetic operators are those operators which perform arithmetic operations on the two elements. Now, I'm sure everybody know this, but still we'll take one example and we'll keep on moving. So first is called the arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator operates on one or more number operand and return the number output. And what are the arithmetic operators? Before looking at the screen, I'm sure everybody has already guessed. It is plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulo. That's it. Plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulo. One thing, it works only on number operands. Okay, just pay attention here. Now, for an example, let's say this is our place where we write our queries. I say select 2 plus 2 from 12. We got a result 4. It has performed the addition. Same way, I can say minus 2 minus 2, 0. Same way I can say here 2 multiply by 2, 4. 2 divide by 2, 1. Simple. So this is just used for performing the arithmetic operation. Now let's say if I say select star from 12. So not 12, we'll use the students 2021. This is the record what we have. Now from this, let's assume that this date is of after 2 years. Just an assumption. ये जो dates है, ये date 2 साल बाद की है. Now, actually this 25 is after 2 years. Correct? So today's date is a 23. So I want all the records जिनकी age today is less than 25. I want all the records whose age is less than 25 in today's date. Correct? Now if I say here, where age less than 25, you will say I'm getting only 17, 22, 22, 21. Correct? But the person who is 25 today, actually he's at 23. So we have to say age minus 2 less than 25. So first age will be subtracted, then will be compared with this. So now you will see that 25 is also there as a part of result, because all are less than 25 because we have reduced the 25. Correct? Very simple here. Now let's say it's opposite to that. This is a 2 years back age. ये डेटा आज का नहीं है, 2 साल पहले का है. So in that case, I want all the record जिनकी age 25 से ज्यादा है. So if I say age greater than 25, I'm getting only 30. But where we see the 25, they are actually today as a 27. So what can be done here? Age plus 2. You will see we got a 25 also and 23 also. Simple. So this is just an example that how you can use a arithmetic operator. In the arithmetic operator, plus, minus, multiply, divide, everybody know very well. There's a one more that's called a mod. Mod is nothing but a modulo. What does the modulo returns? Modulo returns the remainder. Modulo returns the remainder. Now, if I say select, usually in many of the languages, we take a help of symbol percentage as a module. But here percentage is reserved for wildcard. So here you have to use mod as a function. We have to say mod, and in the bracket you have to provide a two value. First value will be the dividend, second will be the divisor. So I can say 3, 2 from 12. What will be the result now? What does the modulo does? It returns the remainders. So 3 will be divided by 2, and whatever the remainder is, that will be the result. So result will be the 1. Very simple. I'm sure everybody knows this. This is just for if by chance anybody does not know, for them, what is the modulo? One thing important about the modulo is that modulo has to be used as a function, not as an operator, because the operator symbol percentage is reserved for wildcard. Very simple. So let's go back here. So we can say that all these arithmetic operators are very simple in understanding. First is plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulo is mod. After the arithmetic operator, let's talk to the next operator. Second operator is called a comparison operator. What's the meaning of the comparison? It compare the two expressions and return either of 3 values: true, false, or unknown. Unknown is nothing but a null. Now, the comparison operators are very simple. Almost everybody know it very well. Equal to. Now, just pay attention for the equal to. Here, many people make a mistake because many places it is a equal to, but for SQL, it's only single equal to. It compare left side value with the right side value. If both are the same, then only it returns true. And wherever or for whichever row it returns the true, that row is selected for the performance. For an example, if it is update, that will be selected for update. If delete, that will be selected for delete. If select, that will be selected for the projection. Very simple. Simple example. If we say here, select star from students 2021. All are the records. We write a condition where. Now you know that whenever you use a where, it must have a comparison operator. So these are the comparison operator, that is a compulsion. Then only condition will be considered as valid condition. So we say where roll number equal to 5. So now here we have provided a two value. One value we have asked to pick up from the column roll number and compare it with 5. If it matches, that will return true, and wherever it will return the true, that will be selected. So how many rows will be selected here? 1. Same way, if I say gender equal to F. Now you can see we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because wherever gender is F, it is comparing with this and we get a result as true. So all the rows are selected. Very simple here. So this is comparison. Then equal to, then we have a one thing called as greater than. So we can say that where roll number greater than means now this value should be greater than provided value. So wherever the value will be greater, that will be selected. 7, 8, 9. Same way we have a less than. Same way we have a less than equal to. Now this is the same operator which is going to compare the two conditions. If the value is less, it will return the true. If it is equal, still it is going to return the true. Very simple. We got a 5 here also. Same way we have a greater than equal to. Correct? So these are the important operators. Now one thing to be remembered about these operators. These operators are considered as single value comparison operator. What do you mean by the single value comparison? Single value comparison means it can compare the value with only one value. You cannot compare with multiple values. Here, if I say equal to, I can give a bunch of values 5, 8, 9. Now I'm giving a roll number equal to 5, 8, 9. So I'm comparing a single value because it is going to pick up a one value from the row and compared with multiple values. That will not allowed. That will be an error because all these operators are considered as single value comparison operator. Okay, very simple to remember this. Now same way we have a one value which is called not equal to. So opposite to the equal to. For not equal to, we have a two symbols. One, this less than, greater than together, or you can use exclamation and equal to. Both has the same meaning, whether you use that or this. Then I say 5. Now it will be true for all the records which are not equal to 5. We got all the records because here it's a true and 5 is not there. So simple here. So simply we can say that equal to, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, or not equal to, also called as inequality. Very simple. Just one point to be remember, that these operators are single value comparison operator. Now, then we have a multi-value comparison operator. What do you mean by the multi-value? We are comparing one value with a multiple values. And if it match from the set of value from any value, it will return the true. Okay. Before going that, we can simply just do one. Now let's say we have a records. In this, we want only those records whose date of birth is null. जिसकी डेट ऑफ बर्थ नहीं है, हमको सिर्फ वही रिकॉर्ड्स चाहिए. So what we can do for that? Usually we can say where DOB not equal to null, but the result is no data form. Reason is these operators cannot compare null value. Reason is null is an unknown value. So for comparing the null value, we have a special operator called as is. Simple. So either you can use a is null or is not null. So when we say is, actually it is a is null complete. Now you will see we got all the records jinki date of birth null. So this is specially considered as comparing the null value. Okay, here always pay attention. Everybody make a mistake that we have written the correct query, but why are we not getting the result? Because null cannot be compared with any of the regular operators. So we have a special operator called as is null. Very simple. And is null comes under the multi-value comparison operator because each null is considered as a different, not as a same value. Correct? So after there is null, we have a next one is called in. Now in operator is same like a equal to, but it is used to test a column value in a given set of value. Now, understand it an example here. Let's say I want all the records जिनके roll number 9, 1, 2, 3 इनमें से कोई भी है तो वो रिकॉर्ड चाहिए. और लेट्स से दैट 10 नहीं है कोई बात नहीं, but we if anybody's roll number is among these values, that should be there. Now if I use a equal to, this is not valid. So instead of that, you can use in operator. In operator will check the roll number among the set of these values, and if match with any of the value, it will return true. 9, 1, 2, 3. 10 है नहीं, that's why it is not there. Correct? That is a in. Very simple. After the in, we have one thing called as between. What is a between? Between is an operator which is used for checking a value within a fixed range. Now in, it's not a fixed range, we are giving a set. That set could be the any ad hoc numbers, but between is used for checking the value within a specific range. Now I say between 3 and 7. Okay, so what are we doing it here? We are looking the roll number within the range of 3 and 7. You should not be misinterpreted that between means madhe ya beech mein. Between is a operator which is used for comparing a range. Correct? Now we are comparing the range of starting with 3 up till the 7. So we got to the result 3, 4, 5, 7. Because all these values, now you can see we have a 7 also. And we have a 3 also. That means it is not an English between. It's a range. Now, whenever you're using the between, the important part is that first value must be the lower, second value must be the higher. If I say 7 and 3, meaning is the same, but it's an invalid range. So we got a data, no data point. So one important part, whenever you use a between operator, then first value must be the lower, second value must be the higher. We got the result. Simple. So in other words, we can say that range must be a valid range. Valid range is a range in which you have a starting point as lower, ending point as a high. Simple. You can use between for a date, a number, or a character. Simple here. Between can be used for the number, date, or character. Clear? Let's move ahead. So we know the is null, in between. Then the like. What the like is? Same like a equal to operator. Okay, so we have discussed the like in the lecture of query building, but let's have a small recap of that. Like is a pattern matching operator. What is a pattern matching? Whenever we want to compare a partial value, we take a help of like. Now, let's come here. Let's say, I'll remove all this. Let's check this much first. Okay, I want having all these records. Let's assume that I want all the records who are having SH in their name. उनके नाम में SH होना चाहिए. तो वही रिकॉर्ड चाहिए बस. That's it. S and H ये दो कैरेक्टर हैं उसके नाम में. Then we want that name. So for that purpose, can we say that where name equal to SH, we get no result found because here it is comparing this operator as complete word SH. But we don't want name SH. We want name should contain the SH. So we can take a help of like. And here, like SH means we are talking about it should be only SH. But do we need only SH? No. SH के पहले भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. SH के बाद भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. So we take a help of percentage as a wildcard. Simple. Now you will see the record. Mukesh, SH. Rakesh, SH. Ikesh, Ashok. Simple. So like is used for pattern matching, or you can say whenever we are using a wildcard, that time you have to be used along with like operator. Okay, so is null is clear, in is clear, like is clear, between is also clear. Now next is called exist. Exist is a special operator. which is used always along with a subquery. I'll repeat once again. Exist is a special operator always used along with a subquery, and it check the existence of a record in a subquery. As soon as that subquery find the record, search of subquery will stop. Search of the subquery will stop, and it will return the true to the outer query, and outer query will be processed according to a condition. Very simple. Now, understand the example. If a subquery row value is found, the search does not continue in the inner query and the condition is flagged true. Very simple here. This is the main important part about the exist. Let's come here. Let's say I write where exists. Now I'm using exist. Exist has to be used along with a subquery. So I have to write a subquery here. What condition we can write here? Let's say we'll say that if in this table Priya is available, then you have to retrieve all the records. Question is very simple. In this, if Priya is available, you have to retrieve all the records. So we can say that select star from students 2021 where name equal to Priya. Okay. Now, if you look at this query, mostly if I ask a question to you, what will be the result of this query? Your answer will be Priya's record. But that is not true. We are just saying that check whether Priya exists. If Priya exists, return all the records of this table. So you will see that we get all the records. But if I say Supriya, we don't have, so the result is no data found. प्रिया है तो सब कुछ, नहीं है तो कुछ भी. Very simple here. Now, simply, what is the actual meaning of this exist? Benefit of this exist is, now you will see Priya is at the first record. तो इस query को Priya कहाँ पे मिलेगी? First row. But actually, when I execute this query individually, even though Priya found at first row, but search will continue up till the last record of the table. Search will continue up till the last record of the table. But hence, this is used with an exist. जैसे उसको प्रिया मिली, it will stop the search and it will flag as true. मतलब पूरी की पूरी search बच गई. And if I execute, we got this result. Very simple here. So this is how you can say that using an exist operator. Clear? Now we'll talk about logical operators. Logical operators. Now, what the logical operator is, almost everybody knew. That is and, or, and not. What is the and or? First thing you have to remember that here and does not have any symbol. It should be used as and, end. And for or also you have to use or. Correct? So let's talk about the and or. What is the and or? Now, when we want to write multiple conditions. Now, what do you mean by the multiple conditions? Let's say we say that this is the records. We want only those records whose age is 22 plus that person should be female. Now, can we say that we are saying about the two conditions? One condition is उसकी एज 22 होनी चाहिए प्लस वो फीमेल भी होनी चाहिए तो ही रिकॉर्ड आना चाहिए. So we have to combine the two conditions. So first thing you have to remember that in the where we always write as one condition, but these operator make the two condition as a one condition logically. That's why these are called as logical operators. So here when I say where age equal to 22, now and is the operator which will be true if both the conditions satisfy. So यहाँ पे हमको दोनों satisfy होनी चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए? चाहिए, correct? Because that should be the female as well as that should be having an age of 22. So we can say A and B and gender equal to F. So if I execute this, you will see we got only one record. Simple. Instead of and, if I use a or, what's the meaning of or? Either of them condition, if satisfied, it will be true. Age 22 है तो भी true, gender F है तो भी true. दोनों true होना compulsion नहीं है. So now you will see the result will change. We got 25 also because ये वाली true हो गई. 17 also because ये वाली true. ये मेल है फिर भी रिकॉर्ड आ गया क्योंकि 22 is true. Correct? So this is an operator which is logically combine the two conditions and make it one. Correct? So I think this much is clear to everyone that and is true if both the conditions are satisfied, or will be true if either of the condition will be satisfied. Now one thing to be remembered, what if I have a multiple and an or? So in that case, what will happen? Just look at this. I'll open an Excel sheet to make you more clear. Okay, so you can look at this Excel sheet. Okay, let's say I have a condition 1, then condition 2, then condition 3, condition 4, condition 5. Okay, so we have these many conditions are there. Now here I am using a and, here or, here or, and here and. Okay, so we have used and, or, and. Now in this, what will happen? So whenever you have a multiple and an or, first priority goes to and. and will combine C1 and C2. So this C1 and C2 will become the one condition, correct? And first priority is always to end. So again, C4 and C5 will be the one condition. So now this will be the one, and this C3 will become the second condition, and this will become the third condition. Very simple. So now either this will be true when these two both will satisfy it, and these two both will satisfy it. So this is required a practice. So simply you can say now this is one condition compared with this with a or. That means either this should be true or this should be true. Now this is also compared with this, that is a one condition, and either this or this. अब इसमें से कौन से रिकॉर्ड आएंगे? C1 और C2 दोनों सेटिस्फाई हुआ तो भी आएगा, सिर्फ C3 हुआ तो भी आएगा, या C4 और C5 दोनों हुए तो भी वो रिकॉर्ड आएगा. Very simple to understand here. That is, remember one thing. And an or, when you are write together, that time and has a first priority or has a second priority. Very simple. If you have a multiple and, then left to right. That much you have to remember. That's it. Clear? So let's move ahead. And or is clear? Not. N-O-T, not. It's just used along with a multi-value comparison operator. Now you will notice that in a single value comparison operator, we already have not equal to. But in multi-value comparison, we don't have anything called as not equal to. So we have a special operator called as a not, which negate that condition. It can be used only with multi-value comparison operator. Simple here. So simply we can say that I can use along with between. Between के साथ मैंने अगर not between use किया तो क्या होगा? Earlier it was true when it was matching within the range. As soon as you say the not between, it will be true when it is not matching. Understand an example. Okay, let's say I write a syntax. This is our records. Here I say where roll number in. Can I say in is a multi-value comparison operator? Yes. And I give certain values. 1, 2, 9, 7. What will be the result of this? It will be true for matching within this. So we are going to get a 4 records. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, and 4 records. You can use not along with this. Now it is like a not equal to. So now it will be true for all the value except these value. इनको छोड़ के सारे records आ रहे. Very simple. Can be used with between. Between 5 and 7. Or we can say here 3 and 7. Okay. Now this time we have used along with a not. So now it will be true for the range outside this. इसमें 3 और 7 के बीच के हटा के यू विल सी 7 के ऊपर वाला भी है, 3 के नीचे वाले भी है, करेक्ट. So not is nothing but it is specially used just for negating the condition. Clear? So simply you can say that not is used for negating the condition. Clear here? So in the logical operator, basically there are 6 operators. So out of that we have talked about and, or, not. Then we have all, any, some. All, any, some. Now, what is the all, any, some? These are the operators which is used with single value comparison operator, and they convert that single value comparison operator into multi-value comparison operators. Now let's see. Take an example. Here, where roll number equal to 8, 9, 8, 2. Can I say I have given the two values, and equal to cannot be allowed to compare with multiple values. So I get an error. But here, if I use all, now this has become the valid and query has executed, but we got a result, no data found. Reason is we have used the all. All means it should match with all the values. Roll number 8 भी होना चाहिए, 2 भी होना चाहिए. से सर है ना, 8 भी है, 2 भी है, लेकिन all means single instance should have all these values. किसी एक ही स्टूडेंट का रोल नंबर 8 भी होना चाहिए, 2 भी होना चाहिए. Is it possible? No. किसी एक का 8 है तो किसी एक का 2 है. That's why the result is no data found. Clear? Same way you can use any. Now when we talk about any, then roll number इनमें से कुछ भी हुआ तो भी match होगा. Now you will get the result as 8 and 2. Clear? So that is all and any. Sum is same like a any. So इनमें से अगर कोई भी match हुआ तो भी true. So any and sum are interchangeable. You will get the same result. So simple here. So simply in the logical operators we have and, or, not, all, any, some. Clear? That's very simple to understand.